The Amazon algorithm is changing, and the strategies that worked a few years ago is quickly becoming ineffective. And if you keep following the same old strategies, then you will just waste your time and money. So in this video, I'll show you exactly what the new Amazon algorithm changes are and how you can take advantage of it so you can make more money. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and I went from a broke kid to becoming a millionaire at age 26 from Amazon KDP, doing this business, not from making YouTube videos, not from selling courses, from actually doing this business. So in this channel, I just share with you what I learned from my own publishing journey. So I started Amazon KDP in 2016, and the way the Amazon algorithm work has completely changed. The process of ranking on page 1 on top of your keyword is way different than back in 2016. So what exactly is this change? Well, first, let's talk about what worked before. What were the strategies that were taught from other people and what was working before? So number one thing that was working before is having a big boost of sales during a short period of launch. So what people would do is they would get as many sales as possible during a very short period. So we're talking 72 hours or less, right? Usually 24 to 72 hours, which is 1 to 3 days. They will have a huge launch period within this period. So what they will do is they will stack all the promotions that they can in this period from their email list, promo sites, as literally everything, right? And they will get as many sales and reviews as possible. They will achieve a very low BSR, telling Amazon that this book is in demand, it's popular, and that was enough to rank the book very high in the algorithm. But unfortunately, this doesn't work now. Another strategy people often did was keyword stuffing. So they will put as many keywords as possible in their title, in their subtitle, in their 7 backend keywords, in their description, literally everywhere in the metadata. Now, based on these keywords that people spammed in their books, Amazon basically saw that, all right, this book is about this topic because of all these keywords that are ranking. Now, based on these keywords that people put in their books, Amazon automatically ranked their books in those keywords. So they had a very high visibility because they were ranking in a bunch of keywords. Now, once again, this doesn't work. And in fact, now if you try to do this, if you try to keyword stuff in your title and your metadata, you could actually lose your account because Amazon considers this as spamming, right? They consider this as metadata manipulation. Another thing people did often is getting fake reviews. So getting a ton of fake reviews boosted the book ranking, right? Because it's another signal that Amazon looks for besides getting sales. But now Amazon is really, really good at deleting fake reviews. They're really good at identifying what is a fake review, what is a real review. So not only does this strategy not work, but once again, it's obviously against the guidelines. So you can, lose your account if you do this, right? This is actually a very good change because for those of us who do things the right way, right, getting reviews the legit way, it was actually very hard to compete with people who got a bunch of fake reviews. So back in the days, it was kind of tough competing with these people, but now Amazon is making it harder for those people, trying to do this. So now if you're doing things the legit way, you have an advantage. So those were the strategies that worked to rank their books on top of page 1. And from there, obviously, once it's ranked on page 1, you get a lot more organic sales and people made money that way, right? So that was the whole strategy, but obviously that doesn't work. So let's talk about what works now. The first one is longer period of consistent sales. So instead of getting a big boost of sales over a very short period, like 1 to 3 days, that fizzles out quick, right? Basically after the 1 to 3 days, the sale just dies because your launch ends. Instead of doing that, you want to aim for more consistent sales over a longer period of time. So instead of 1 to 3 days launch period, you want to kind of look at your first 30 days as basically the launch and ranking period. So the way we teach our students in our program is that the first 30 days is really your ranking period. You want to focus on ranking. From month 2, you obviously want to focus on profitability. You can profit from month 1. A lot of us do it, but you still want to have this mindset that month 1 is really for ranking. Okay. The reason why is because the longer you can maintain a low BSR, the stickier it gets on top of page 1. So I'll explain more about why Amazon made these changes later in this video. But basically, you want to keep gathering sales and maintain a low BSR for a longer period of time, which means that you will have to market your book more now compared to before. The next thing that's working right now is having less but more relevant keywords in your metadata. So instead of keyword stuffing, a bunch of keywords in your title, subtitle, description, 7 backend keywords, you want to aim to try and rank in 1 to 2 main keywords and not a bunch of irrelevant ones, okay? What this does is this helps Amazon understand your book topic and rank you easier. Keyword stuffing actually leads to confusion because when you put a bunch of keywords in your title, in your subtitle, that's not even related to your book, then Amazon would just get confused on what your book is about, right? And they will have a harder time to rank your book in those keywords. A good example is, let's say you have a book on vegan recipes, right? Vegan cookbook. And you put a bunch of irrelevant keywords like paleo diet, ketogenic diet in your title, then Amazon will not know if your book is about vegan diet, or is it about paleo diet? Is it about ketogenic diet? And instead of ranking in all those keywords, it's not going to rank you in any because you created confusion. The Amazon algorithm bot has to know exactly what your book is about. And you do that by communicating to the algorithm very clearly what your book is about, which is just really focusing on the main keywords that you have. Next one is obviously getting real reviews. So you want to focus on verified reviews, which means people actually purchase your book or people actually download your book and then leave a review. Yes, you can get unverified reviews, which means that people don't have to buy your book and they can still leave a review, but that has a much lower ranking factor, much weaker ranking factor than getting actual verified reviews. So you also want to focus on improving the rate of reviews per sale. So what I mean by this is, let's say that you get 100 purchases on your book and you get 1 review. So your rate of review per sale is 1%, right? If you can increase this, right? This tells Amazon that customers actually like the book. I do notice a little bit of connection between my book that gets a lot of reviews quick organically and the ranking, obviously. So the question is, how do you improve the rate of review per sale? Well, you have to put yourself in the customer's shoes and think, what would make the customers want to leave a review more? Obviously, if you ask for it, right? Asking for it in the book definitely helps, but you also just want to have a good product, because if you actually solve the problems that the customers are looking for, the reason why they buy books, especially nonfiction books, or if you're doing low content, medium content, they're trying to learn something, or they're trying to teach their kids something, entertain themselves, whatever the purpose of buying the book is, you have to solve that by actually providing that in your book, right? Having a good quality book. If you do that, the customers are way more likely to leave a review because you solved their problem. So it really just comes back to having a high quality book. And the next one is getting external sales. So you want to try and bring external traffic into Amazon. So what I mean by this is, instead of just relying on organic traffic, customers who are already in Amazon, if you can bring customers from outside Amazon into Amazon, like from social media or running ads outside of Amazon, like Facebook ads, Google ads, right? Google ads is kind of expensive and I don't hear a lot of people doing Google ads, but Facebook ads is definitely something people do. Also, if you have your own email list, that is bringing people outside of Amazon into Amazon. And Amazon actually loves this because you're giving them new customers, right? Getting people into Amazon. So Amazon will reward you for bringing new customers in and rank your book higher. It's also just a good signal to send to Amazon. So this is the most important thing that you have to understand, and that is why Amazon is making this change. Because if you understand this concept, then you will basically future-proof yourself in any new algorithm changes that may happen. So the reason why Amazon is making this change always comes back to just combating spam and manipulation, because people always try and find loopholes. People always try and find ways to shortcut the process, right? So Amazon is dealing with a flood of low quality, low content books because the past couple of years, low content publishing, especially just pumping out generic journals and planners, just blew up as a business model, right? So Amazon had to deal with that, a flood of low content books. And now they have to deal with a flood of low quality AI books, right? And those books are trying to rank using these short-term tactics. And that was not good because it led to these books ranking on page 1, customers buying it, and they do not like it because it's low quality and they have a negative experience, which they kind of associated with Amazon. Amazon obviously does not want that. So that's why they are making you as a publisher show consistent sales over a longer period of time, because that is something that a lot of these spammers, low quality book spammers, cannot do because they don't have an audience. They don't know marketing, right? Plus, by having consistent sales over a longer period of time, it shows Amazon that customers actually like the book. It's not something that you can really mimic with short-term loophole tactics, right? The next one is relevant keywords in your book, right? It's less confusing to the customer. Customer's not gonna buy a coloring book thinking it's something else because you added irrelevant keywords, getting disappointed and having a bad customer experience. You will avoid that by doing this, okay? Also getting real reviews too, because the customers do not feel tricked, by buying a book with a bunch of fake positive reviews only to discover that the book sucks. So bottom line, this is the biggest thing that you have to understand. Amazon does not care about you, okay? They don't care about you as a publisher. All they care about is the customer, giving the customer the best experience they can have, okay? So what you do as a publisher should reflect what is best for the customer, not what is easy, not what is this, short-term loopholes that you found. You should do what is best for the customer. So everything you do in your business, you should really stop and think, is this good for the customer or is it just, easy for me? Like when I just copy paste generic AI generated coloring books, with a bunch of grayscale, it's not even a coloring page, right? Is this good for the customer? Would the customer actually enjoy this? Or is it good for me because it's easy? I can just spam this, right? And hopefully I can make a couple bucks. So that's the thought process you should be having. So this is what I call customer first publishing. Always think, would the customer like this? If they do, then Amazon will like it too, okay? If the customer likes it, Amazon will like it and they will rank your book higher. So based on this, do you really think customers actually enjoy these publishers spamming 100 low content books with the exact same interior, but just changing up the book cover? Do you think they will enjoy that? Probably not, right? What about if you spam 100% AI written crap with very, very surface level information? Would the customer enjoy it? Probably not, right? What about publishing grayscale coloring pages that is impossible to color? No, they're not going to enjoy it. So publishing low content books or using AI is not the issue, right? I actually use AI myself. I actually enjoy publishing low content books myself. The real issue is the shortcuts people take, the lack of focus on quality that people have. So always focus on producing high quality books that people actually enjoy. And if you do so, Amazon will reward you for it. And if you want to learn how to actually produce these high quality books that gets real 5-star reviews using AI and how to actually market it to make money, then you can check out my Amazon KDP program in the description below. You can only join by applying in the link below and we do a free strategy session with you. And if we determine that this is a good fit for both of us, then that's how you can join. So if you want to check it out, the link is in the description below, as well as all the tools and resources that I recommend for your publishing business. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.